Disney princess.
I know. Honestly, there's not too much of a, distinct difference. I mean, there's a gigantic difference in being married and not being married. But I feel very lucky. I have an incredible, supportive foundation at home. I feel very, very lucky. And now to be a Disney princess, taking the next step in my life. That's not anything that I ever expected by any means. I grew up loving Disney films and being a complete Disney nerd. But seriously, those were such seminal parts of my childhood: The Little Mermaid and Aladdin and The Lion King, Beauty and the Beast. So now to realize that I'm a part of that lineage and that history and the Disney family tree, it's still pretty crazy to me.
What moment do you kind of feel that you got support from your husband? What exactly moment?
Oh, always. I've always felt support from my guy. Absolutely. That's what I think being in a balanced, healthy relationship is all about, is being able to support one another.
Going in, did you know it was the 50th?
No.
And when did you find out, and was there pressure? Or
Yeah.
Feeling the pressure?
No, thankfully I didn't know that it was the 50th animated Disney film until just a few weeks ago, actually. I feel lucky because I would have probably felt a bit more pressure had I known going into the recording process. So, it's sort of out of our control at this point now. It's like you do the best job that you can with your work, and now it's in the hands of the universe and the powers that be to see what all of that means.
Because music is such an important part of your life and your career,
Sure.
Did you work with Mencken, and do you have input as to how the sound comes out, how the song comes out?
Yes, I did fortunately get to work with Alan. Otherwise, I think I would have been totally floundering and lost on my own, because I had never recorded in character before, and I didn't realize the challenge that lies within recording in character. I just expected and was excited to be a part of it because I love Disney films, and how often do you get to do, acting and singing in the same project? But there is a total different approach. I couldn't go into the studio just approaching these songs as I would if they were a song on my own record. It was singing in character and making sure that you're conveying the proper emotions or the lyrics in the right way is, thankfully I had Alan there in the studio, because this is so second nature to him, and he knew exactly what he was looking for. He knew the approach, and he knew how to coach me to sort of get what he wanted. But in particular, the first song I found impossible at first. I was like, it's such a great song, and I loved it, but I didn't know if I even had the lung capacity to get all of those words in such a short amount of time. And then people are sort of shouting, and make sure with this word you punch it extra hard, or maybe this sort of face when you're saying this word. I was like, I don't know if that's humanly possible. There's just so much to get in such a short period of time. But Alan was good about all the other noise sort of was drowned out, and he sort of would come to me and tell me exactly what I needed to do to get it done.
Have you ever feel without your freedom, like your character?
No, I think initially I could sort of relate to the idea of being isolated alongside Rapunzel and sort of living that life. But I started out at a young age, and I, if anything, felt really protected by the bubble that I kind of lived in. And I certainly felt like I had more freedom than she did. I wasn't sort of clamoring for, this greater goal and this ultimate dream that was sort of not within my reach, So just on a very surface level, I could sort of understand how that must feel. But she's a pretty cool girl. She was really spirited and fearless, and in the face of only knowing that what awaits her on the outside world is scary, and people will be waiting with, swords to cut her hair off, and that doesn't really deter her from realizing this dream, and that there's more out of life, and there's something that's sort of driving her and compelling her. I think that's a very admirable quality and characteristic, and it's cool that, I feel lucky to get to portray this character for young women, to have someone like that to look up to.
How did you get involved in the character in this project?
I auditioned.
You
I
did?
auditioned like everyone else, and I actually was not going to, because I figured, oh my God, this is a Disney film, and everyone and their mother is going to be auditioning, and why am I going to set myself up for that disappointment? But then I was like, you know what, I might as well just throw my name in the hat, and how many auditions again do you get to go on that, you get to sing and read a scene, and they specifically asked for songs sort of in a singer-songwriter thing, so I was like, cool, I can go and sing Joni Mitchell, like, I'll never pass up that opportunity. So I feel really lucky that I got a call back and then ended up getting the job somehow. So weird still.
It's one thing, getting just a normal live action part and doing the Disney thing, but then realizing your obligation to this voice, because it's not just this movie. There's like in the next 20 years, you're this voice if we choose, or if there's a contract. Now when they talk to you about this, that there's more to this,
No.
and when you realize the weight of that, then you kind of go, oh wow.
I didn't realize everything that sort of went along with this. I was just saying, I think, in the room before that I went in to record like the voice for the video game, for like the Wii game that's coming out, and some of the like little e-reader books that are coming for kids, and the folks there were telling me how Jodie Benson had just come in to record something a few weeks ago, and she's the voice of Ariel. And here we are 20 years later, and she's still Ariel. And I was like, whoa, that kind of hit me then. Like, if I wanted to, I could still be Rapunzel for the rest of my life. But I really take that responsibility as a huge honor. It's like, how many projects like this are going to come along in a lifetime where you know that, first of all, I love the movie. I'm so proud of it. I'm proud to be a part of it. And so having said that, like, knowing that the life of this movie will live on and extend way past, way beyond me, but it's classic. Something I'll be able to show my kids and my grandkids, and that's so neat and so rare. So I say bring it on.